All right, so we've been moving across all of US. Started out in Canada, New Brunswick, and we had to do a bunch of these stops overnight. So we've decided to choose a lot of Holiday Inns, one to have breakfast, and then looking on the map, we ended up finding a bunch of places where we could fit the truck. They were really kind here. They let us put it right in front. So there's tons of security cameras. I mean, we got it all set. But either way, I just wanted to go through what we did to make sure that the truck was going to be kept safe overnight, or as best as we can. So first, you'll see this. We have a GPS tracking system in the car, multiple of them. I'll add the link to those in the video description. But we basically just bought a 1 month subscription on it, and that's going to be more than enough for us because we're only gone for about 7 to 8 days. The second thing is we got this wheel lock on here. That's another good deterrent for anybody that wants to potentially try to move the vehicle, anything like that. Opening the door, this is a little bit off subject, but you'll see this fancy lock prevention mechanism. The reason for that is that I ended up locking the keys in the truck the first day that we had it, and then we had to call the tow company to open the door. So I didn't want that to happen on the road. So this way here, I can only lock it from the outside with the key, which is going to be a much better way to ensure that doesn't happen again. Got to foolproof it for myself. Next thing, we have this wheel lock. I'm not quite sure what it's called. It's kind of like the club, very similar, but that's just another way to have a deterrent. And by the way, we got these sheets on both sides. So now we're going to take you to the back and show you what we did for the back. Right, so at the back here, we have a disc lock. This is the same lock that was on our unit when we had a self-storage at Uhaul. So these are nice. One thing is, though, they won't pass through both. So they'll only pass through the first little bar here and then your arm. But that's good enough. But overnight, I wasn't confident with just having that. So what we ended up doing is getting a lock from Kryptonite Evolution. And I'm not quite sure what the length is on this. I'd have to measure it again, but it was one of their smaller ones. And what I was doing overnight is leaving that on there. This is already difficult to cut as is. So if they start going at it with a grinder, it's going to be pretty loud. And then there's another lock it would have to go through. And then the last final step that I always did, you'll notice there's a few punctures in here. This is just like a mesh material, but I just basically cut a few holes in there, and then I pass this lock through. And this is an alarm lock. So I don't want to freak out everybody around here, but I'll just demonstrate when you close it. You keep your key in, you close the lock. So usually I would lock these two together. So if they start moving this, it's going to alarm. Then you close it, turn the key, you'll hear one beep, and then you'll hear one big beep, very loud. And then if you start moving it, it'll beep 5 times, and then it starts alarming. It's very loud. I won't keep that going because everyone's going to freak out. But it's about 120 to 130 decibels, very loud. This is just another deterrent. If they try to cut this chain and they move this lock, they're going to have to deal with that noise, and everybody's going to hear that. So essentially, that's what we've been doing for the last few days. It's worked out well. We haven't had any issues. I will say one thing that's been really great is just trying to work with the hotels. to try to keep an eye on your vehicle all the time. There's also the issue of gas. Every time we pull in, we're pretty much almost at empty, just in case somebody would try to steal some gas. You don't want to wake up in the morning and have $100-200 of gas missing. These are pretty big tanks, so we're trying to roll in with less than a quarter tank all the time. All right, if you have any questions, just ask me and I'll be happy to help you.